How you doing? Duff here, and I am at the swamp, which I've ridden my unicycle to a few times. I've ridden the boardwalk, but I have never gone down onto the actual path, the grass path that goes right through the middle of the swamp. So I'm going to do a test run here on my M Super and see how it goes. Should be interesting. And we're rolling. So I'm hoping, since we're in the middle of dry season, that the trail itself shouldn't be like overly mucky or muddy, so we will see. Pink line across the road. I guess I will lift it over here. Yeah, that's why. Ay, ay, ay. I've said before in my trips here how bad a shape this boardwalk's in. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to have to just close it at some point when someone steps through a rotted board, because there's a lot of rotted boards. Okay, here we go. Trail riding. This isn't my jam. Don't do it very often, if ever. Gotta really pay attention, because there's lots of potential hazards here in the path, especially a lot of roots, random rocks, and of course I'm always keeping my eyes open for super soft sandy patches, which there's some roots, which electric unicycles don't like. This first mile or two of the path is pretty matted down from all the foot traffic. This is actually, if you do the whole thing, it's like a roots. If you do the whole thing, it's like a 12 or 13 mile loop. So it's quite lengthy, and the back portions, oh my goodness, the back portions are not nearly as worn as these. So more hazards back there, and more alligators. I mean, the M Super handles roots, well, because of its big diameter. But still, you got to be ready for them. And I feel like I can't really look around at all. I got to keep my eyes focused on this path at all times, just to make sure I don't zig when I should have zagged. I was thinking about coming out here with Katie sometime. She loves doing different kind of riding like this. I'm just a little worried that her InMotion V5F is going to be very, very difficult to maneuver in these terrain, because it's a smaller wheel, not as much power, not as much ground clearance. So I don't know how well it would do on a path like this, but I have a feeling if I ask her, she'll be willing to try anyways. Getting a little deeper. Those of you that are members on the Electric Unicycle Forum may or may not have seen that I actually listed my MCM4 up there for sale. My hope is, if I can sell that, it's very lightly used. I think it has less than 35 miles on it, and it has M Super pedals on it, by the way. But anyways, I'm hoping that if I could sell that, then I would be able to pull the trigger on buying a 84 volt ACM 1300 watt hour unicycle. Marty raves about his, and I think I would really get a kick out of it. So if I can sell the MCM4, I'll give it a shot. If you know anyone looking for an MCM4, 520 watt hour battery, very lightly used, very good shape, take a look in the forum and buy it. Okay, so we just passed the area that typically, like when we're walking with the dogs, it's as far as we'll go. So I'm now going deeper into the swamp. This is definitely a little more physically demanding with all the Constant jostling and bumps and maneuvering. And especially since I just got done with 3 days of fence construction. We put up an auxiliary fence around the chicken coop to keep the chickens contained instead of letting them have free reign of the whole... Whoa! Instead of having free reign of the whole backyard, because they just... You know, chickens, we love our chickens, but they can be very destructive, and this is a way to kind of contain that while still giving them a nice big area. They still have, like, I don't know, almost 4,000 square feet to free range, so I think with 10 chickens that's enough. But yeah, building the fence was not a lot of fun. Digging the holes, doing the brace wire, stretching the fence. I did probably 80% of it myself, and yeah, it's tough. It's very physically demanding. We have a obstacle ahead. I'd try to jump it, but I don't want to show off, so I wonder if I can go around it. Obviously I didn't jump it. I just turned off the wheel and carried it over. Alright, early on I was passing a bunch of people. Right now I'm kind of all by myself. It's kind of cool. This place is like, I think it's 3 miles from my house. Between 3 and 4 miles. And it's just so different. So quiet. Middle of nowhere. It's beautiful in a swampy kind of way. Sorry I didn't bring my gimbal, by the way. I just didn't feel like rigging up the GoPro to it. I know with this kind of road conditions it might be better on a gimbal, but I'm trying to keep my arm as stationary as possible. Actually, there's not a ton of roots in this section, so I'm able to kind of look around a little bit, which is nice. I hear movement around me, mostly birds, but can definitely also be gators. I rode my mountain bike through here a couple times, once with Randall, and one time there was, I don't know, over a 10-foot gator, maybe 12, I don't know, it was big, and it was right on the path. And we just went by it. You know, we went by it at a brisk pace, but we just went by it. It didn't seem very interested in us, and we took a calculated risk that we could outrun it on our bikes if we had to. Years ago, when I had both dogs and they were younger, we would actually hike this far to this picnic table, eat lunch, and then hike back. Long time ago, because I'm now probably 2.5 miles in, something like that. Just me in the swamp. I'm surprised the path is still nice and worn down right here. We're coming to the point where it goes from wing 1 road to it loops. It's kind of loops and comes back to this same road. So depending on what the trail looks like, I might just keep going, see what it looks like. Yeah, I see the sign up ahead, but the path should get much more wild as we go deeper and deeper. Okay, right there's the sign. Path still doesn't look bad. So here you can see what I mean. Okay, we're at point 3, or I'm sorry, yeah, point number 3, and that, okay, it's not as far as I thought. It's 1.72 miles to the parking lot from where I'm at. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. 1 to 2 is 1.25 miles. 2 to 3 is 0.9 miles, so that's 2.15. Okay, so I'm almost 2.25 miles in. You have to add those numbers up. It's cumulative So we're here, and I'm gonna go that way, see what happens. Big gully. I think we can manage this. Yep. Yeah, actually winter is when you see more gators out in the swamp. It's not particularly cold today, as you can tell by my outfit. But in the winter when it's colder, they will come out and sun themselves to warm up. And because the water level is lower in the winter as well, you'll see them out of the water more often as well. So just FYI. I've not seen one yet though. Oh, the story I was told about this trail was this actually used to be a cypress logging operation, and they actually had like rail vehicles that they would cart the wood out on, and these trails are where the old rails used to be. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but that's how it got to be here. I'm obviously going very slow. Okay, that sounded like a gator. Oh boy. See that? That is a gator. That is 2 gators. Hi, buddy. And he's big. And he's sunning himself on the path, just like I said. And there's 2 of them, side by side. So, ride by. I heard one go in the water. I'm going to ride by quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes off as I get closer. Good boys. Okay. He's chilling. So you got to see a couple large gators. Cool. I would not technically advise people to get that close to gators, but you know, I have an escape mechanism underneath me, I think. Oh wow, muddy. Stay in the dry spot. Okay. All kinds of noises going on. I almost face planted right there. A series of roots snuck up on me. Probably should have my knee pads on, but I don't. Okay, we have another gator across the road there. We might. We do. We have 2. Alright, hi guys. Damn, they're big. Holy crap. Hi buddy. I just get really nervous about them flipping around. And plus it could be a mother with her youngster. This one's a little bit further out in the path as well. Yeah, the fact that this one is with its baby makes me nervous. When they're by themselves, it doesn't make me so nervous. The fact that it's with its baby makes me nervous that she's going to be protective. Yep, I was nervous. It didn't flinch. Neither gator flinched, so I guess that's good. But I am getting a little nervous now. So if I go back that way, I got the gators to deal with again, and I have a feeling I'm going to run into more and more of them as I go deeper into the swamp. There's another one. Hello? The path itself is still relatively well established. Not too bad. A little rooty in this area. Of course, now my main concern is looking for gators. It's very beautiful out here. I think I see another gator. Yep. Not look as big. Oh wait, oh we got two of them. Oh jeez. Come on guys, can't you go in the water? Alright, they're relatively small. I'm gonna go between them. Cindy would be shitting her pants right now if she saw what I was doing. I know Marty really likes trail riding, so hopefully he appreciates this video. And although I've seen people do a lot of crazy stuff in electric unicycles, you know, crazy Russians, you know, intentionally crashing on highways in the snow at night, going 30 miles an hour, and guys like EUC Extreme riding on a spiked tire and snow and ice and all that kind of crazy stuff, and Matthias riding his ACM in that BMX park, I think it was. But I've not seen anybody riding through gators before, so there you go. Alright, I think I see another one, and I'm hoping there might be one right through the middle up ahead. I'm hoping that's a log. But if it's not, I'm not carrying it past the gator. Hi, buddy. It's surprisingly calm. I thought the wheel would be kind of freaking them out a little bit. A lot of times they'll jump in the lake when they see somebody coming, even when you're walking. So, and the thing I thought was another big gator was just a shadow. Thank goodness. There goes a deer. A very pretty deer. There goes two deer. It's okay, guys. So the number one form of wildlife you'll see back here is birds, obviously. Egrets, ibis, wood storks, lots of them. You'll see alligators, obviously. We've seen otters. We've seen bobcats. We've seen deer here. Snakes. I think that covers it. But there are other things. There's bears supposedly back here. Possibly even panthers. Big ass gator down in the pond. Hi, buddy. See, what sucks is once you're this deep, I mean, there's no shortcut back. So, it makes me a little nervous. I will be honest, but the trail is getting less and less worn. More stuff. And we got a tree. And if I did take Katie here, I would not take her this deep, obviously. Katie would not react well to riding past 10, 12, 14 foot gators, I don't think. This is really getting overgrown now. Okay. Alright, well, I think the good news is that we're turning. So I've reached the back loop. Okay. Alright, well, this path is not bad here. At least this point is wide open. And almost every body of water I look in right now, though, I see a gator. You know how they say, like, you know, dogs can kind of tell, you know, if they're dealing with dog people or not, you know, good people. I'm hoping the gators can sense the same thing, you know, that I'm not a threat and I'm on their side, hopefully. Okay, now more narrow, which means if there's a gator on the path, I have very little room to get past. Just almost dumped it again on a rut that was hidden underneath brush or dirt or something. Ah, that was actually a branch that time, a loose branch that kind of got wedged under the tire. This is hurting my back big time. Oh my god, what is, okay, that's birds. I thought there was a freaking monster gator across the road, but it's birds. is evidently a very heavy bird area. Flying out from everywhere. Just past the gator on the side of the road I did not see. There's gators in the woods there, and we got a bridge. That bridge did not look sturdy, and it had vertical gaps in it that are potentially treacherous. I'm glad the M Super has a fat tire. The trail here is so challenging. I'm not even. Whoa. I'm going by gators and not even realizing it till I'm past them. This is definitely the worst part of the trail so far. There's freaking ruts and roots and just shit everywhere. Not fun. Gator, hello, hi buddy. Something large in the distance. What is that? That is a gator. Luckily the path is pretty wide here. Hi buddy, it's okay. It's okay. Good boy. Good boy. Buddy, another one. That guy was freaking huge. Huge. Oh God. Gator. A whole shitload of them. They don't look too big, but there's several. Wow. They're really tired, or they must have seen guys on electric unicycles before. I mean, they're not even flinching. Another gator. Hello. In case you can't tell, I really just kind of would like to get back at this point. This is about as much excitement as I need right now. Big ass gator. I've lost track. I have no idea how many I've seen. On top of how many I haven't seen, but I think I've seen at least 20. At least. Hi, buddy. More gators. Another one. Little one. Hi, buddy. Another gator. Hello. Ow. Freaking back. Hi, gator. As you can tell, the path is much more overgrown back in this section. I really have no sense of how far I have to go until I get back on that main trail. Hopefully soon. Whoa! I'm gonna be super sore. Super sore. Hello. Yeah, sometimes they have like algae and moss on them. They really kind of blend in, and they sit so still. You can, I mean, it's so easy to get on top of one and not even realize it. More debris. Could probably ride over it, but okay. I rode over it. M Super power. My feet are hurting, even with the awesome M Super pedals. All this bouncing around, my feet are on fire. And I'm still on the loop portion. Still don't know how far I have to go. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh, my feet. Okay, we're at 0.5. Oh, geez. So I gotta still go to 6 and to 3 yet. Oh man. Almost 4 miles yet till I get to the single path. But unfortunately, when you're at this point, you got no options. You gotta just keep going. There's no quick way back. The only good part is, even though this trail is kind of shitty, it doesn't seem to be very heavily populated by alligators. So, I guess that's a win. There are hawks though. Hello, hi. Hello. Gator. Okay. See more long black things. There's another gator. Hello. Hi, buddy. There's actually a couple that actually jumped in the water for the first time. And there's a couple more. Whoa. He had like lily pads on his head or something. I have these huge lakes on either side of me, so that's why it's Gator Central. There goes another one heading into the water. It's okay. Ah, yes, parking lot. You cannot come soon enough. What the hell was that noise? God. It's safe to say that I will not try to do this entire loop again. Once is enough. Oh, here's some muddy stuff. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Yeah, once is enough for this. Just feather in the cap. I did it. Don't need to do it again, though. This part of the trail is just beating the hell out of me. My God. There's just no avoiding all the little bumps in the trail here. Mostly roots and gators. And this is the most unmaintained portion of the trail I've been on. I guess not many people go this far. If you're on foot, you're not going to hardly ever go this far. If you're on a mountain bike, maybe. But it is definitely remote out here. Alright, well now the sun is starting to get low in the sky. Definitely don't want to be out here in the dark. A whole bunch of different things start coming out in the dark. And I wouldn't be able to see the path either. Cool tree, man. Oh, with big roots. Oh. I remember the same feeling when I did this on my mountain bike. Like, you know, excited at the beginning, and at the end it's like, oh my God, this goes on forever. When are we going to get finished? And I am feeling that way now. Okay. Had to happen sooner or later. Hit a rut, threw me off, and scared the gator too. There's a gator right there that just jumped in the pond. That came out of nowhere, man. Deep rut. That felt really good on my back. But a couple tire paths here. That's it. Definitely not much foot traffic here at all. Boy, what is this? Big hill. Ooh. I guess it's for that culvert pipe. I am still out on that loop. I'm not back to the main trail yet. I think I have like a mile and a half to go. Wow, big culvert pipe. Man, if you hit one of these roots and you're like ready for it, like I was kind of standing sort of like that. I was kind of standing a little bit upright, and it freaking just jolts your lower back. Oh hey, it's a gator. Hey buddy, good boy. Another one. Hi buddy. Hey buddy. I just fired up the Gotway app. I'm just curious, like this is kind of the speed I've been going for the majority of the ride, and it shows 12 or 13 kilometers an hour, so You know, not that fast, maybe 7-8 miles an hour or something like that, and that's really all you can safely go, because you hit a root going much faster, you're going to fly off. Good boys. Hello, good boy. So it's when you hit a series of them. You hit one root, it pops you up a little bit, then you hit a second one right as you're coming down from the first one, and the effect amplifies, and it just bounces you harder and harder off the wheel. So I'm doing a lot more squeezing of the bot with my feet to just try to keep it connected to me. There was just a big ass one up front. Look, he just turned around and he's closer to the water now. So I'm glad he moved, because he was kind of blocking the whole path. Hi, dude. Good boy. It's these cypress trees. They have these extensive root systems, and when you're going down a path like this that is lined by cypress trees, it's not going to be a very pleasant riding experience. And I see there's a little baby gator, probably about 1.5 feet. And I see another one. There's one. Hello. Hi. And there's another one across the road up here. Hey, buddy. Just gonna go right past you, okay? Okay. Yeah, he was big too. Very big. Did I mention Cindy would be shitting her pants if she saw this video? She'd be shitting her pants. Oh boy, what is this? Ooh. Ow. Okay, we're gonna be doing some walking across this, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is great. Okay. I obviously don't want to lose my balance while I'm lugging my wheel going into the muck. God. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, this is such a good idea. I think they need a bridge there. Oh, here's another. Might as well just walk across this shit too. As long as there's no gators around. Okay. Okay. Here we go again. Little guy. Hi, little guy. It's man. Oh. Man. And sure, it looks like another one. Hi, buddy. Looks like another washout area. Great. Yep. Let's walk. This sounded like a great idea. First, I didn't think it would take quite this long. Hopefully that's the last trench. Some muddiness. Oh man, it's like another trench. Wow, I made it across it. That's surprising. Okay, here we go, some mud. Mud. Do not like these at all. I'm trying to like slow down as I go across them so I'm not generating wheel spin in the mud. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, that was a log. This is very dirty here. Okay. Another trench. I'm not riding through that. Nope. Okay. Okay, I switched my iPhone because the battery on my GoPro died. So many stops and goes. I'm finally back on the main path leading out. It's funny, I just passed a young couple that just were heading back the direction that I came on foot, and I just gave them a heads up that they're heading into Gator Central. And she says, "What? You're kidding me?" Because I guess they hadn't seen any gators yet. I said, "Yeah, I probably saw 30 or 40 of them." She was freaking out. I think they are turning around. So yeah, I'm almost back. Thank God. I mean, I am just beat to hell, and this is a crazy ride. Like I said, I don't think I'll be doing it anytime again soon, but it was an experience, that's for sure. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I know this is going to be a long video. It's a lot of footage, I know that. So if you made it to the end, hopefully you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it enough to give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. And till next time, Duffman out.